I'm already pre-laughing from failing. Okay, feed me the first laugh. I'm gonna get it, I swear. I used to believe that the best that I could do was to keep getting promoted at my retail job to a store manager and make $100,000 a year. And then I got fired, which forced me to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. If you're working a 9-to-5 and are thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, then you're going to want to hear the things I share in this video about my journey. Hi, I'm Esperanza and welcome to my channel where I share my journey of being a solo entrepreneur at 26 and teaching you all the lessons that I've learned along the way. Social media tends to glamorize everything. All you see from creators are the best parts of their lives or all the fancy things they've got from becoming an entrepreneur. I want to share with you the messy, the raw, all my feelings along the way, all my failures, in hopes that it helps you on your journey. The psychological term for the fear of the unknown is called xenophobia. The truth is, people are uncomfortable with uncertainty. It causes a lot of stress in our lives. We tend to gravitate more towards things with structure, like a 9-to-5 job. Many 9-to-5 jobs have set schedules. You know when you're going to wake up, you know what time you have to leave the house, you know what you do when you get there, what your day is going to be like, and any questions that you have, there's usually a manual that you can reference, some sort of guideline, some sort of policy, and it's written out step by step on what you need to do. And most importantly, you know when you're going to get paid and how much. You're also less likely to fail. You know your daily responsibilities, and as long as you show up to complete those tasks, you're good to go. The only way for you to fail is to majorly screw up. This was my experience when working my retail job. I had a set schedule. I knew when I was going to come in, I knew what days I had off, I knew what time I was going to leave. I didn't have to think about it. It was a lot of mindless work. And if I did have a question, I knew exactly where to look for it in policy and procedure. So even though the job can be very stressful at times, dealing with people, the reality is I didn't have to make a lot of decisions on what I was going to do at work each day. And the best part, when I clocked out at the end of the day, I never thought about work. On the other hand, entrepreneurs constantly live in a world of uncertainty, which can cause a lot of stress and anxiety. This is one of the main reasons that people fail at becoming an entrepreneur. They simply just can't handle that level of stress, and it causes too much anxiety in their lives. Being an entrepreneur is chaos. You never know what you're doing, if what you're doing is the right thing, if it's going to pay off for you, if it's going to make a difference. You're always questioning what you're working on. Failure is part of the journey. You are going to work hard on so many projects that aren't going to turn out the way that you pictured in your head. And you know what's even worse? When you put something out there and your customers don't love it. You spent hours, weeks, months putting your blood, sweat, and tears into these projects, and guess what? It flops, and you feel like a failure. Are you ready to overcome that? When I first started my journey, I didn't know how hard it was going to be. I knew it was going to be a lot of hard work, but I just didn't know what was all going to go into this. And even today, I'm still figuring out things as I go. I try to talk to friends and family about the daily obstacles I face and all the uncertainties I face, but they don't understand. I wasn't expecting to make a video for 3 hours, thinking that it came out great, only to check it to see that it was all blurry and I had to do it all over again. And guess what? That's not the first time this has happened to me. What you don't know about me is I grew up in a poor neighborhood in Detroit. I didn't have the best education. I never really took my education seriously. My parents didn't force me to read books. So every step on this journey, I've had to work twice as hard. I've had to learn everything from scratch. I started reading, writing, practicing speaking so that I can perform on camera with you. Which brings me to this. Here are 3 things that have really helped me on my journey, and I want to share them with you today. Number 1, keep moving. You need to take massive action. Doing something is better than doing nothing. Remember, you're going to be bad, but the only way to get better is to be bad at something first. Number 2, take comfort in knowing that every entrepreneur out there doesn't know what they're doing either. You have to be comfortable with not knowing what you're going to do next, but just keep taking action. Number 3, fail quickly and learn from your mistakes. If you have to pivot, pivot. If you have to change directions, change it. The most important thing is to learn from these mistakes and keep going forward. If you want to be an entrepreneur, then you need to be prepared. Be prepared to not know what you're doing is right. Be prepared to not know what to do next. Be prepared for your family not to support you or understand what you're working on. Be prepared to learn and iterate. But most importantly, remember your why. Why are you doing this? It will get you through your toughest times. It will help you overcome any obstacles. It will make everything more clear to you. Focus on your why. If you are thinking about starting your entrepreneurship journey or have recently started, I would love to hear your reason why in the comments. And that's it. If you're somebody who's currently working a 9-to-5 and thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, I hope this video helps with your decision making. Remember, you're going to be giving up comfort for uncertainty, but the rewards are limitless. I'm going to continue to share the lessons I've learned on my journey so that you feel less alone. And if you want to continue to grow together, then please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.